Hello, dear friends. Welcome to the new session where we will be learning some more interesting words how to converse in Hindi confidently in a very playful manner. So, are you all ready? Okay, so let's have a look at the next set of words that we tend to use daily and how we are going to converse the same thing in Hindi. So, let's have a look at the slide. Read and understand. You go for any test and the very first instruction you see on your question paper, read and understand. So how will you say that in Hindi? Let's see. पढ़ो और समझो. पढ़ो और समझो. पढ़ो means to read. समझो means to understand. और means and. So पढ़ो और समझो means read and understand. Alright. Next one, finish the work. Your boss tells you to complete the work by the end of the day. Finish the work. So how will you say that in Hindi? Let's see. काम खत्म करो. काम खत्म करो. काम means work. Khatma means finish and karo is the doing state. Finish the work can be said as काम खत्म करो. Karamchari काम खत्म करो. Similarly, you are in your house and your parents tell you to complete the work before they come back. So they would say काम खत्म करो. Alright, you want to watch your favorite cartoon and you have got lot of course to complete. So the parents tell the child complete the work before you watch the TV. So they will say काम खत्म करो. Okay. Next one, don't create a scene. Again, a very common statement which we generally use both in the office or in your personal ambiences. Don't create a scene. How will you say that in Hindi? तमाशा मत करो. तमाशा मत करो. Tamasha means scene and you know very well don't means mat. So don't create a scene is tamasha mat karo. Alright. So this is again a very common statement which you can hear or which rather you would also say in a given point of time. Right. So let's have a recap once again. Read and understand can be said as padho or samjho. Okay. Finish the work. Kaam khatm karo. Don't create scene. Tamasha mat karo. Alright. So shall we move to the next set of given words? Alright. So let's see. Don't make fuss. Time is bad. I am upset. Again, a very analytical thinking way of statements, right? So don't make a fuss. So you are again trying to give some suggestion. How will you say that in Hindi? Let's see. Hangama na kare. Hangama na kare. Fuss means hangama and don't make is na kare. Hangama na kare. Now, there is a gathering where lot of argument is happening around. So, the person who is in charge says, don't make a fuss. So, he would say in Hindi as, hangama na kare. So, when he says in this manner, it's a kind of request, but in an affirmative manner so that people take his command seriously. Alright. Next one, time is bad. So, you are giving a hypothetical situation. You are giving a generic comment. How will you say that in Hindi? Zamana kharab hai. Zamana kharab hai. Often you tend to advise the kids, time is bad, don't go alone. In the evening time, we tend to advise the ladies. Most of the time, it's not safe to travel outside at late night. So, you will say that in Hindi as Zamana kharab hai. Zamana means time, kharab means bad. Zamana kharab hai. Alright. So this is z. Zamana. Alright. Zamana kharab hai. Okay. Let's see the next one. I am upset. So you are telling your state of mind. You are not in a happy mood. So how will you say that in Hindi? मैं परेशान हूँ. मैं परेशान हूँ. मैं stands for I. परेशान means upset. मैं परेशान हूँ. Alright. So let's have a quick recap again. Don't make a fuss. हंगामा ना करे. Time is bad. ज़माना खराब है. I am upset. मैं परेशान हूँ. So was it easy, friends, for you to pronounce along with me? Alright, so let's have a look at the next set of given words. He is upset. We are upset. They are upset. Now, here the sequence is the same. That is, the scenario given is all of them are upset. But here we are going to differentiate. If it is going to be a first person, then how we will say. If it is a second person, how you will say. And if it is a third person, how will you say. Which means that if you are talking about yourself, if you are talking about someone else, or if you are talking about someone plural form. Let's see. He is upset. How will I say that in Hindi? वह परेशान है. वह परेशान है. So for he, I am using the word वह. And you know very well for upset we use the word pareshan. Alright. I say Ram is very sad. He is upset. So I can say in Hindi as Ram dukhi hai. Vah pareshan hai. Okay. Sad means dukhi. So the sentence which I said in Hindi, Ram is very sad. He is upset. I can say as Ram dukhi hai. Vah pareshan hai. Alright. Next one, we are upset. It's a plural form of first person. So how will I say that in Hindi? हम परेशान हैं. हम परेशान हैं. So for we, I use the word हम. Alright. You know very well for परेशान, it is upset. हम परेशान हैं. Alright. Next one, they are upset. Plural form of third person. So what will you say for they? Let's see. वे परेशान हैं. वे परेशान हैं. For they, I use the word वे. And pareshan means upset. So friends, I think now you understood that if it is a first person singular, how will you say? If it is a first person plural, what will I say? First person singular means I, me, my, right? So for that I say मैं परेशान हूँ. If it is first person plural like we, us, so I would say हम परेशान हैं. If it is third person like he or she, then I would say वह परेशान है. And if it is third person plural like they, them, I would say वे परेशान है. So these are the basic tips. Once if you understand, it becomes easier for you to converse confidently in Hindi. Alright. So let's have a look at the next set of given words. Take care of yourself. Not an issue. Don't misunderstand. So how am I going to say that? Let's see. Take care of yourself can be said as अपना ख्याल रखो. अपना ख्याल रखो. Apna stands for yourself. Khayal means take care. Okay. So apna ख्याल रखो. Apna ध्यान रखो. So both the words ध्यान and khayal means the same. They are the synonyms. Alright. So in English we say good and nice to be the same. Right. So similarly for taking care you can also use the word ध्यान. You can also use the word khayal. अपना ख्याल रखो. अपना ध्यान रखो. Alright. Next one. not an issue, no problem, no worries. How will I say that? कोई बात नहीं, कोई बात नहीं. So कोई means issue. Okay. So not an issue can be said as कोई बात नहीं. So if I have to say to my boss, I did not complete my work. My boss says, not an issue. So he would say, कोई बात नहीं. I say the same thing in Hindi as, मैंने अपना काम नहीं किया. My boss says, कोई बात नहीं. मैंने अपना काम. I did not do my work. मैंने अपना काम नहीं किया. My boss says, कोई बात नहीं. Your child comes and says, मैंने अच्छे मार्क नहीं लाए. I did not score well. मैंने अच्छे मार्क नहीं लाए. As a parent, you say to your child, कोई बात नहीं, not an issue, no worries. Got it? Okay. Next one, don't misunderstand. How will you say that? गलत मत समझना. गलत मत समझना. गलत is nothing but misunderstanding. So, गलत मत समझना. Don't misunderstand. You are requesting your friend, please don't misunderstand me. दोस्त गलत मत समझना. Alright. So, let's have a recap once again. Take care of yourself can be said as अपना ख्याल रखो और अपना ध्यान रखो. Next one, not an issue can be said as कोई बात नहीं. Don't misunderstand can be said as गलत मत समझना. So friends, was it easy for you to understand and relate each word with their meanings? Right. So try to pronounce it along with me so that it becomes easier as well as comfortable for you to converse in Hindi in a confident manner. Alright. So let's have a look at the next set of given words. How is the weather? So I would either say the weather is fine or I would say the weather is bad. So how will you converse this particular conversation in Hindi? Let's have a look. How is the weather? मौसम कैसा है? मौसम कैसा है? मौसम stands for weather and how means कैसा. मौसम कैसा है? So my answer either will be मौसम is good or मौसम is bad. So how am I going to say that? The weather is fine. मौसम अच्छा है. मौसम अच्छा है. So you know weather means मौसम and fine means अच्छा. I can also say weather is good. Weather is fine. Both means the same. मौसम अच्छा है. Now assume that the climate is not good. Then how will you say that in Hindi? The weather is bad. मौसम खराब है. मौसम खराब है. So खराब stands for bad. Alright. So let's have a recap again. If I have to ask about the climate, I will ask मौसम कैसा है. If the weather is good, I will say that मौसम अच्छा है. And if the weather is bad, I would say मौसम खराब है. So hope guys you have found this session useful and informative.